Hello and welcome to Grand Campaign 41. Welcome to Ultimate Difficulty again and welcome to Belgrade. Let's switch onto the map. I think I'm not sure. Probably the first stream in 2020. At least my first stream. I think I'm not sure if I did one before, but doesn't matter. Let's take a look at the start of the next Grand Campaign. Obviously, what's important always is upgrades and core development. I invested quite a bit in upgrades and I failed my goal to start with 10,000 prestige, but close to 9,000 I think still is pretty good for ultimate difficulty. But yeah, let's go through the things here step by step. I upgraded to Panzer Force, or I already had Panzer Force. I upgraded my Panzer Force to the brand new E version. I upgraded my Panzer IIIs to the H, and I converted one of my defense +2 artilleries to a Sturk. I think that's one way to get at least some use out of it. Hi Richard Martin, because I always seem to put my Sturks in risky positions and against 15th ranks enemies or even higher. I hope that will keep them alive. I still have my initial Panzer here. Unlike Richard Martin, I didn't buy a lot of them. As long as I can keep getting prestige for him, I will keep this one and then bring in fresh Sturks once I have them available. At least that's my plan. Same thing for the anti-aircraft unit. This is still my original one and I will start to use it more regularly. On the infantry, not many changes. I still have my SE Gebirgsjäger here. Then I bought a fresh Nebelwerfer unit and I brought out replacement artilleries that, well, basically replace the Sturks. Two of my defense +2 units, 10.5s, get converted to Sturks, so I need two new ones. That's the plan, pretty straightforward. In the air we have, I brought two different level bombers just to accumulate more data. I have the BF 109F and I upgraded to the new Stuka model simply because it has more range. And I think I can make two with two fighters on this map. Without further ado, let's go into it. I don't remember what exactly I did, so I only know the rough plan. Push to the south, try to hit Belgrade from the back. At the same time, try to get some units in here to really encircle them, at the same time pushing from the front, from the side. So the goal is, in the end, we want to encircle Belgrade and whittle it down. Probably a decisive victory is possible. We will see. I really don't remember if I actually did get it. Very important, we have 3 Fallschirmjägers, pretty much as always. They are effective on the ground and I can use them for fast operations. Mainly getting units in here and down here. That's it for initial explanations. Let's go into it. One moment. And on the bright side, we have some, I think, Romanian allies this time. That's always very helpful. Let's reduce movement speed a little bit. That makes it easier for me to keep up with explaining what I'm doing. Quick push on the side. For that I need to control vision, and the key thing here are those Yugoslavian mountain units. They are quite good and we need to get them out of the hills to clear the way because they're absolutely blocking me. So pushing him around until he gets destroyed. And he puts up quite the fight. At the same time, this allows me to move forward, get intel on my next target, and it also allows me to create a safe zone where I'm not spotted, so I don't need to protect my level bomber, and I also can advance my Fallschirmjägers. Kersche here gets used as a tactical scout. Get an idea of the situation. If possible, I want to remove this initial fighter immediately. Again, the key is getting rid of those mountain units. It's not easy. But I want him gone. So I even risk attacking with the tank here. It's not a big risk, but nevertheless, I don't want him to reinforce here because this will simply delay my push. Now the artillery is exposed. I still have a fighter to follow up here, and this allows me to build a nice trap. This cavalry unit spots the Sturmpanzer and I can trap him, and I even think I'm not going to destroy this plane, just wanted it to get damaged so that it withdraws and I can follow up and destroy it later on, because it's more important to trap the enemy air assets. Next up, we need to gain control. Well, we want to gain control over our western flank, because keeping this in my back, yeah, I think you can ignore it technically, but I don't want to ignore it. I always want a safe flank. So again, pushing those mountain units around, you can't destroy them in one go. So always make sure you have enough ready to really whittle them down. And I'm using a lot of my infantry units here, just to speed up the process. And artillery, Heineos. Technically, that's a replay. You don't need to wish me luck, it's already over. But more luck never hurts. Yeah, like I said, he will get away. That's something I learned over the course of Ultimate Difficulty. Don't get obsessed about destroying enemy planes. It really doesn't matter. If they slip away, let them go. Just re-trap them and destroy them. That's more experience, more kills, and much more important to really focus on trapping new, fresh fighters that come in. Double trap. I think this was a one-shot kill. I like it. And one moment, let's stop here. The Yugoslavian turn was pretty quick. I managed to draw forward this mountain unit. Unfortunately, the attack broke down. So this defense was a little bit too much. I would have liked that it attacks, but the important point is dislodging it from the hill and drawing it forward. Other than that, they did nothing. The cavalry unit didn't see a worthwhile target. Everything is protected here. There's no opening to reach the artillery in the back. Fighter was immediately destroyed. And other than that, no movement at all. Yeah, next up, I want to use my fresh artillery units as much as possible. And I put them to the flank, because this is not that important. And here I'm not depending on them performing very well. Hi, Bibor, a lot of new faces in the live stream chat today. Well known from the comments. It's always nice to have people live. Yeah, the airfield needs to get secured. It's my launching base for the Fallschirmjägers. And making good use of the Romanian officers here. Other than that, let's see. Uledir is very safe on this map. This is one of the easier ones. There's not really anything that can threaten your tanks or Uledir here. So it's nice to play, nice change. So you can aggressively push forward. And yeah, didn't attack into it, I think. Because I don't want to lose the 13th overstrength point, and I'm not in a terrible hurry here. Next up, I want to pin this tank. I'm not in a position to destroy it immediately, I think, but the level bombers are ideal because he has air defenses. Hi Michael. This pioneer, there is a tank strength pioneer on the field. He is just without overstrength. Actually, a lot of my units here are without overstrength. I'm trying to reduce the use of overstrength a lot. This tank, no overstrength. The infantry, I think, is without overstrength here also. The Panzerjäger. The Panzer 3s. It's absolutely not needed. And yeah. We'll see how this works out. Important part, this Polikarpov has to go down. And we see the fighter retreated to a very convenient location. There's an anti-aircraft unit here, but I intend to take it out anyways. And until it has reinforced, I think we are ready to take it out for good. Very important. Yeah, not very important, but it's nice to take no damage on the Air Force here. Even forcing a surrender. Not too shabby actually. I think almost 20 prestige. This anti-tank unit I cannot attack immediately. But I think we can trap it. It has a vision range of 1. I hope it goes for my scout and will run into a very bad surprise. As always on ultimate difficulty, or generally when playing Panzer Corps, try to utilize the enemy turn for doing some damage. That's absolutely key to getting better. Yeah, like I said, next priority, taking out this airfield. And as always, when I'm not playing live, sadly I'm jumping around on the map more than usual. But we are now focused on the center. As always, push those units around until they get destroyed. Enough artillery ready to do it. Key here is once again to form possibilities to trap them. Always look out for options. We don't want to destroy this tank right away, so we might as well use its spotting range to build a trap. He might want to go forward and attack Kersha, probably not, but if he does, he will run into a nasty surprise. And we also can trap enemy fighters or bombers here. But for that to happen, the center has to be cleared out. And then we can focus on softening up those targets. Now I dare to attack with Grenadier. And the rest of my units, one moment, the rest of my units attacks behind a safe perimeter. Here I'm setting up to take out the next target. One Fallschirmjäger already ready to get shuffled down south. Here I'm trying to already set up to get units to the back. And yeah, this will have to wait until next turn, I think, because artillery is not in position to do anything. But other than that, pretty straightforward. Nothing special, but so far it's working like a charm. Trap, nice. Getting the cavalry is even better. Because cavalry is... It's already my turn again, so let's stop a little bit. Cavalry is ideal to lure into artillery traps, because if it's low ground defense, super nice to do it that way. Yeah, taking a look at the position, not much changed. Really, the enemy army is not super aggressive on this one and not a big threat. But we have to work them down anyways. This is still a lot of work to do. Yeah, now the fighter couldn't get to full strength because I already blocked the airfield. That gives me extra time, because I think it will try to reinforce once more. And it's not sure that I can get rid of the anti-aircraft unit right away. Well, but at least I can take the airfield. And yeah, taking some risks here is fine. You don't need to only do safe attacks. Don't get obsessed by that. And the pioneers are very nice on this map because you are facing a lot of very entrenched targets. That's why I like to bring them. And Grenadier with a little bit of support can do safe attacks. Also, in case... One moment. One moment, I want to stop now. Also, in case you didn't know, level bombing enemy victory hexes, that's the golden ones, decreases enemy prestige. Not by much, but I think with a decent hit you get between 15 and 20 enemy prestige down. That can be nice for multiplayer, but I like to do it just to annoy the AI. I know it doesn't care, but hurting the enemy general always is good. And yeah, so when I can, I use my level bombers in that way. Yeah, city secured. Now we need to get rid of this tank. At 15th ranks it's quite dangerous. So we want to suppress it and then use our Panzerjäger to finish it off. Yeah. It's really a slaughter here. Could have suppressed it, but on the other hand, I want my Sturk in a defensive position. I don't have air assets ready to do it, so taking a small risk on the Panzerjäger is well worth it because it increases the experience gain. The plan here is using the Panzerjäger once again as lure for enemy infantry. That's super efficient or effective tactic. This mountain unit here, I want it right in the open so my Panzer force can deal with it. Here I'm sending forward the scout, at the same time pushing the tank, giving me an idea what I'm facing here. Same on this side, using the Romanian officer to gain some vision. The Samoa is simply used to shield my advance. I don't care risking him, but this way I can already establish control over this road and not worry too much. Yeah, not much happening. We still have to resolve this fight. And like I said, my fresh artillery needs something to do. Attack first, then resuppress it. And like I said, Fallschirmjäger can already go forward. And the plan here is, now this area is completely secured. I only need probably one Fallschirmjäger and the Romanian officer to secure the bridges, probably sending one of those units over. And key is to have my artillery ready around the next targets, and I can use this opportunity to aggressively move forward because I've knocked out all the enemy vision and presence in the center here. Trying to trap something with the anti-aircraft unit. He has vision range of 2 actually. Not sure if I was aware of that, but probably. Would have been ideal. Yeah, everything here is in vision range. Doesn't matter, and I don't have air units to defend it. Sometimes you can't protect everything. So, yeah. Just take the hit. But at least one... it's still the enemy turn. Let's watch it. Nothing happened. Good. So luring the enemy fighter onto my Panzerjäger didn't work out, but the damage was, yeah, pretty bad, but could have been worse. At least luring in the infantry worked like a charm. Those cavalry units got stopped. There was no risk here, because this is a very sturdy defensive position, and yeah, enemy infantry never attacks Oladir. That's not a problem. And since they committed some of the forces here, now I'm pretty sure not more lurks in the background, and I can use this to my advantage. Over here, they jumped my Wehrmacht infantry. That was surprising also. But this is a regular infantry, not a mountain type, so it's not very dangerous. And well, I took some damage, but in return I can deal with it easier now. One still remains in there. Probably we can lure him out too. But at least Captain Suncic now is exposed. He's a real pain. Refusing to die. But we can re-trap him again. Once again, sending the level bomber over the victory hacks, clearing out the infantries, the cavalry units. Like I said, they are completely outdated, not a big threat anymore. But I still want to secure the bridge. There could be more reserves in the back, and I'm very exposed. Lot of unprotected artillery in this area, and yeah, the cavalry is still in the back. I had to take Kinder, but I can take a look at this final target and then make a decision if I want to go across the Tisa River. Other than that, yeah, this mountain or hill ridge is now cleared. Final mountain unit about to go. And then we can concentrate already our advance towards Belgrade. Using this opportunity again to send in a scout. And get info of what lies ahead. This is nothing fancy, I'm just trying to use small tactical advantages, always trying to get mass attack bonus, hitting the enemy artillery from the back. That's possible because I scouted this position earlier, so I could plan on this. Here I'm already trying to, yeah, like I said, landing the Fallschirmjägers in the back where they are unseen, and at the same time getting support units to the front just to make sure I can take it out quickly. The only thing stopping me at the moment is this Yugoslavian mountain regular infantry that's protecting this forest. And this forest is key to take because it opens the way towards Belgrade and also allows you to safely control the bridges over the Danube. Other than that, yeah, hoping they move something into the city where I can easily take it out. For example, this infantry unit could move forward, go into the city. All my artillery is already ready. This really helps to dismantle enemy positions. Well, other than that, not much is happening. As always, again, trying to lure something in. The Panzerjäger is not only my weapon of choice against suppressed enemy tanks, it's also perfect bait. We'll hope they will fall for it again. Like a charm. Perfect. And they have actually quite a lot of reserves. One moment. Let's take a look. Romanian officer moves forward. We see this is empty. We see there's not much in our way. So we can take this opportunity to grab this western section and get more prestige out of it. And also we kind of have to check whether there are more cavalry units lurking in the back, simply because this is threatening our, yeah, vulnerable artillery units. Yeah, lured a lot of defenders out of position. Anti-aircraft cannon moved in. Infantry forward, infantry forward. Perfect. I am very happy how this did go down. Resupplying, for now we are safe. Captain Sucic, I think this was his name. Sucic, not 100% sure. And also a very nice tactic you can use. This is clearly a garrison unit, so I can use my own auxiliaries to clean up in the back and don't let myself getting stopped by it. The front line already moved past it, but I still will deal with it later. Like I said, surrounding units using mass attack bonus, doing the risky attack with the AUX unit. Then we'll jump the next target. Like I said, there's nothing fancy in here. Just trying to execute everything perfectly. And this is the dangerous part of this map. Most of their units are actually in this open area in front of Belgrade. Don't let them jump you unprepared. I still want to lure more units in here. They will try to defend it, I hope. At least I want to draw this anti-tank unit out of position. It's entrenched at level 77. That's not very nice to deal with. And sadly it has a vision range of 2, so my artillery traps here won't quite work out. But I'm using their trenches against them. The damaged pioneer can now safely move up. Like I said, the enemy fighter is out of action, so no risk for my Fallschirmjägers. Another trap opportunity. He has a vision range of 2 also. I'm not sure I actually was aware of this, but I'm pretty sure I wondered why my traps are not working here. Ah, very nice. I have been through Novi Sad one time. Bibor is saying he's from Novi Sad. It's a very long time ago when I still was a child. And on the way to Greece with my parents, I think. Yeah, and this is some cheating using map knowledge here. I simply wanted to get rid of him because it did so much damage to me. Usually I wouldn't do this because there's always the risk of an enemy anti-aircraft cannon in here. Yeah, not fair. I usually try to avoid this. Very nice. Luring a tank into the city. Keeping this open has paid off big time. And all those cavalry units actually storm forward. That's super interesting. Makes my job a lot easier. And by now the enemy units are super entrenched and definitely not easy to deal with. Like I said, not easy to deal with, but we will work him down. And at this point of time, the Air Force The Air Force now is free to do de-entrenchment duty. This again is not an important target. It's clearly a garrison unit again. So we don't have to focus on it. We just need to take care of it at some point. So we can already move the front line forward. Checking with the tank. All those cavalry units moved away already, so it's safe to go in. And my Romanian tank can also move forward and protect the road. So this Wehrmacht infantry here should be completely safe. Yeah, those units going forward. Bad decision by the enemy commander. Yeah, very easy to suppress. Also Pioneer is very useful against those entrenched targets. Scout very useful to clear up the damaged units. Clean up the damaged units, that is. And I now can use enemy units in my defensive line. That's also a nice trick you can do. Simply incorporate enemy units in your defensive line, because this cavalry unit is pretty much pinned here. It really can't move, and that way I don't need to protect the Stug. And they have clear vision over everything anyways, so I can't be sneaky or tricky. The only thing I want is luring more units into the cities where I can destroy them easier. Yeah, pretty tough resistance on the flanks, not getting rid of them right away. Same here, same down there, but we will work them down eventually. Yeah. Now it's raining. That's not exactly helping. But he can be pushed out of here and destroyed in the open. So that's one obstacle removed. That clears the way. It's a little bit too much, but we can now think about advancing and supporting my Fallschirmjägers that are, well, on their own won't get much done. Let's put it that way. They are very intent on defending those two cities. I'm absolutely using this against them. Yeah, nothing more to say about that. He will simply clear out the final resistance and then get ready to move units into the back of Belgrade. In the rain, artillery is not as efficient, but it's still good enough. The scout can do cleanup duty. Fail to destroy it. This is actually painful. So I follow up with the Panzerjäger. I don't want him to reinforce right here. That forces me to move my line a little bit forward, but in the rain this can actually work against them, because now the Panzerjäger now again offers perfect bait. See? They're always falling for it. Okay, we have 5 more turns to go. So we are making great progress here. Nebelwerfer not gaining a lot of experience, sadly, but firing with it a lot. Setting up to take out the next target. There's still 1 cavalry unit blocking our way. Those 3 still are in the way, but we need to, yeah, we can probably force a surrender here. Those anti-tank units seem to be garrison and not moving. They refuse to go into the city, and if a unit refuses to move into an open victory hex that's unprotected, it's a safe call that it's probably never going to activate. Probably on the last turn when everything is activating. So we'll try to get rid of it anyways. But as we can see, our sneaky Air Force has gotten us some information about Belgrade itself. Now we know the defensive layout. The defenses already are pretty much gone. Everyone rushed to the front. That's a benefit of not being super eager, being patient. Just let them come towards you. That's oftentimes working better than pushing against the enemy defensive line. In the south, we have a safe zone here that we are going to exploit, setting up everything until we are ready to really launch an attack. But the improved German tanks here are working like a charm. Really getting a lot of kills here. And that's another 10 prestige, it adds up. Pushing him into my units where I can easily dispatch him. Also now that I have all the information, I can use Kersha to attack this exposed artillery position. That's really super bad work by the enemy in general here. Completely exposing the defenses and letting the city open completely. Focused on destroying or defending Opofo. That's really doing no good. But yeah, we'll use every advantage we can get. Now we spot their reinforcements in the back. That's bad news. But at the same time, they're completely exposed and we can take pot shots at them. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said. Let's try to take a look at the situation a final time. We have 5 turns to clear out all of that. Forming a safe line in the back, having the Fallschirmjägers ready, just to be able to move in, take a shot at the artillery, that's the important part, and like I said, to the front, nothing left standing. And here I want to lure in another unit so I can get rid of it easily. So I'm no hurry to take those targets. Now something very interesting happens. Those cavalry units are dashing to the front. This exposes my Fallschirmjägers, which was completely unexpected. So heavy damage here. This wasn't going according to plan. He has all rights to complain. It would have been better to just, park him a little bit to the back where he's safer. But like I said, I didn't expect this group to activate. But you always have to be prepared for surprises. Hope lesson learned. But it's very useful that those units are trying to storm forward, because this makes it so much easier to destroy them. Dealing with them here in the back is super painful. And if they flood across here, be my guest. I just want to stop them from crossing this bridge. So I will, because of this artillery, I think I have to evacuate this airfield. This is too dangerous. This Fallschirmjäger now is in a big threat of getting destroyed. But here the plan worked again, luring him into the city, trapping the anti-aircraft unit. This one definitely has only a vision range of 1, so you can use that to your advantage. The Romanian cavalry, perfect for building up traps, just like the Panzerjäger. Good, let's see if we can exploit the situation. Pretty tough to actually get through here. I'm lacking 1 more infantry unit, but I need them around here. I can't afford to shuffle something back. Yeah, giving up the airfield. And I think that's another terrible mistake I made here, being too conservative. Because now what's going to happen, one cavalry unit will go in, spot him, and the others will follow. We'll see. But that's not great. But getting out of range here, I think, is impossible. If they go for the airfield, they will always see it. Could have gone to the air simply. Probably that would have been best. Just lift off and be done with it and land once it's safe again. Here I'm scooting back just to not draw them into my position. But thinking about it, actually, one moment, it's always easier in hindsight. Stop. But probably it's a good idea to draw them in. Show them, for example, the artillery, because I have enough units to deal with them. Not sure, but it's difficult to fight in range of the enemy artillery. I think what I really want is them to go forward and box them in here and destroy them safely. Now those units can be finished off. Those anti-tank units are quite sturdy, but 1 gone, cavalry gone, and now it's time to await the cavalry attack, and be quick. Now I want to take everything. It's 4 turns to go. Not a mistake. But enemy general, no, Colin Mihailovic, got stopped. Barely surviving with my scout. Never expose a scout like this. But I'm getting a surrender out of it. That's at least some revenge. Finally, the way is clear. They didn't follow up on the Fallschirmjägers because they found a better target. That's fair. Bad luck for him. He's not having his best day. But at least support is arriving. Not great support, but support nevertheless. Yeah, Michael, you're right. The scout is cheap. And it made them go into this position, which is pretty advantageous for me. But it was at a big risk of dying. And this was not on purpose, trust me. And I didn't have to reload here, so he survived. And I'm totally prepared to accept losses if I take them. But yeah, getting lucky here. And I'm not sure about this anti-tank unit. Don't want to put Kersha in a too vulnerable position. But those cavalry units need to be taken out. Now I can reshuffle my positions. All of the enemy spotting units are taken care of. So I can now already enlarge my encirclement. Very annoying, like I said, this M39 anti-tank cannons. These are actually the toughest enemy units on the battlefield. At least they are giving me the most trouble. But we have 3 more turns. Everything is ready to jump Belgrade. Those reinforcements, cavalry units, have mostly been taken care of. And I'm already starting to work on de-entrenching the Soviet mountain unit in the back. Yeah, nothing happened. Like I said, support is arriving. The Air Force is in firm control of the area. And now I'm going for it. Don't want to fool around. 2 turns to go. No, 3. 11, 12, 13. 3 turns to go, but still. We want to be quick with it, because this is very entrenched. I want it all. And by forcing more surrenders here, that's 20 prestige. I think I can make up for my losses I took by accident. One moment. But the key thing here is advance your Fallschirmjägers in one fell swoop. Take out the defending artillery. And then, yeah, the enemy infantry is pretty much helpless. This is only Yugoslavian infantry, or Yugoslav infantry. Not particularly not dangerous in particular. The only strong enemy unit left is this mountain unit. And yeah, like I said, some of these anti-tank units, but I'm pretty sure that they won't do anything. but very suppressed. And I don't have... Yeah, he is in dire straits. Not his day. He's the oldest guy that didn't get the hero so far. This is the unlucky Fallschirmjäger. But very suppressed, very entrenched, so I can't force surrenders on him. But I can use my... Yeah, this pioneers in... Doesn't have a great day also. Yeah, thinking better of letting him stay here. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have attacked, but who knows. Let's see. Yeah, he refuses to go down, but I have reduced his entrenchment level to the base 4. That's still at 6. He is at 1. He will go back to 4 again, so not much gained here. At least the pioneers are at 2 stars. Don't know if they have been at 2 stars. But I'm pretty sure I can work him down. I have to get him out of the way, because this opens up another attack angle, and I need to get my artillery a little bit closer. Yeah, other than that, I hope not much is going to happen. Yeah. He dares to attack, but doesn't do him good. Now they try to frantically buy something. Spoiler alert, they don't have any places left they can do it. And we'll try to bomb down this final infantry unit. It refuses to get suppressed. And those anti-tank units, bane of my existence, refusing to get damaged also. Cloudy weather doesn't exactly help. Grenadier does the heavy lifting. Artillery down. Artillery down. He needs to get out of here or get artillery support, but I don't see it. And he is blocking the bridge. He needs to go down. Those units. One moment, let's take a look at the actual stats here. 1 soft attack, 6 hard attack, 6 defense. Nothing great. Only 2 initiative. Don't know. But my scouts are always on suicide missions. This way he should be safe. And now it's just a matter of de-entrenching and yeah, getting everything to the front. Finally. And now I decide to take some risks. Simply because, yeah. I need to get going. It's only after this one more turn. He is entrenched at level 6, level 5, so that's not easy. Pushing back the support artillery. And I'm pretty sure he is a garrison unit because he has not reinforced, I think. But I'm not actually sure. But I need to keep the city blocked. That's the important part. Yeah, setting everything up for the final turn. If they want to attack into me, fine. De-entrenching themselves in the process. Couldn't buy anything. And great weather on the final turn. That will help the level bombers. Then let's see. We want some final surrenders here. That's another 21 prestige. I will take that. Uladin can now swing in. Get the Romanian officer onto the Belgrade hex. And force another surrender. That's at least the plan. 2 entrenchment, 1. And the scout can be used for another 11 prestige. And now I want to get him as well. But no luck with that. And that's almost a map wipe. He survives at 1 strength. That's a little bit insulting. I so much wanted to get them all, and he survives also. Nope, got him. But doesn't matter. I can't take out this final 1 strength artillery. Now they reinforced, but almost a map wipe with a reload. I could have done it, but it's fair as it is. Yeah, pretty happy about that. Not only a decisive victory, but also almost wiping the map. And the losses didn't have overstrengths on him, so that's workable. Fallschirmjägers in pristine condition. He was out of luck, but is cheap. Kasha preserved his overstrengths. This is only minimal damage. The Wehrmacht infantry, yeah, it got some action. I still need to get it to 2 stars, so I want to get into some risky fights. This pioneer was not very lucky as well. Safely 1 star. I think he started with no star. That's fine. Getting close to 2 stars for him. The Nebelwerfers actually did gain a lot of experience. That's interesting. And other than that, I think Bear lost 1 point of overstrength. That's annoying, but not too bad. Panzerjäger is fine. Yeah, worked out quite well. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, nothing fancy. Just executing the basic strategy, and the key part here is do not advance too quickly. Let them try to reinforce those cities. This was not initially my plan. It happened in the process. I discovered, it started by discovering this possibility that I could draw those defenders in here. Then it worked out so nicely that I kept those cities open and they continued to reinforce. And then, yeah, that was that. I think that's what triggers this backline to go forward as well. I'm not entirely sure, because in my Rommel Let's Play, I think they stayed in the back. Don't know why. But I suspect it's them trying to defend those cities. Peculiar move. Bad decision, but well, if they want to defend it, it's fine. Yeah, Bibor, you're right. Metaxas line will also be fun. This is a very tough scenario because it's very packed with units. Quite different to this one where we have a lot of room to maneuver and actually do something. But we will see. I will try to post this rather quickly. And then we are ready to enter the Soviet Union finally. Oh well, Crete has to be getting out of the way, but then it's time for Operation Barbarossa. Anyways, have a nice evening and see you next time. Bye!